across to my colleague Payal Mehta, who's now joining us. Payal, the point which the Prime Minister made in his tribute yesterday, that he's a man with a humble origin. We can see the President of India leaving for the venue. And the man with a humble origin, his glowing tribute was also an acknowledgement of the fact that Dr. Manmohan Singh has touched upon many lives, and today in full attendance of all the dignitaries of the Congress party. And specifically, let's talk about the Prime Minister of India.
Well, absolutely. When people talk about Dr. Manmohan Singh, they talk about the Prime Minister of the country, irrespective of whichever political side he came from, irrespective of whichever political side he represented. But, anybody who's, rubbed shoulders with Dr. Manmohan Singh, or probably, journalists like you had the fortune to cover his regime as well, we'll always remember him for his words, we'll always remember him for his action, and we'll always remember him for the kind of liberating things that he's done. In fact, opening up the Indian economy, for example, bringing in reforms like the right to education, right to information. The Aadhaar is also one of his brainchild. The GST, something that the Congress party had proposed then as well. So his works, and like they say that, human being comes and goes. That's part of your destiny, philosophically speaking. But your memories stay forever, your work stays forever, and your work speaks beyond beyond your living, or your beyond the fact that you're gone as well. So obviously a lot of somber memories that people have in fact remembered. You saw the Prime Minister also in a very somber mood while he came to pay his final tributes to Dr. Manmohan Singh, and of course the various other political leaders who in fact thronged in from far and wide, in fact, to pay their tributes to Dr. Manmohan Singh and bid him his final goodbye, and his final journey is now complete. Pallavi.
The final goodbye is now complete. But Payal, there was this entire talk which was taking place, and we are looking at those final moments. Slowly, all the dignitaries have left the spot. Payal, that cabinet meeting which took place, if you can just take us through, in which one, it was decided to give state honours. Of course, that notification came in before that. But apart from that, this entire decision which the Home Minister conveyed to the Congress President, that there's a procedure we are going to follow, but we also respect Dr. Manmohan Singh, and hence that Samadhi Sthal that you're talking about will happen.
Well, of course, not only did Amit Shah speak to Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, but he also did speak to Dr. Manmohan Singh's family, essentially conveying the sentiments of the government, saying that the government in no way whatsoever wants to disrespect the contribution of Manmohan Singh as much as any other prime ministers who have passed. And that's the reason the Nehru Memorial, Pallavi, which was initially dedicated only to just one, one former prime minister, is now the museum of the prime ministers, essentially, where respects have been paid to all the leaders, all the prime ministers who, in fact, led the country over the last many decades as well. But this probably left a little bad taste in the mouth, given the fact that the Congress party, when they put out that letter that Mallikarjun Kharge had sent to the Prime Minister. He also mentioned that he had spoken to the Prime Minister, spoken to the Home Minister. It would have only been okay that, if he would have just come out and said that, yes, we've got some sort of an assurance, from the letter, which, the way it appeared, Pallavi, it looked like and that they had made a request and they hadn't heard from the government so far, because various political leaders across the party circle, whether it's Akhilesh Yadav or Pratap Singh Bajwa, a Sikh, a leader himself as well, multiple people had come out and really said that this is not the way in which the government should be really disrespecting a former prime minister. But the equation was completely changed the moment we saw the notification coming in, and reluctantly the government did put out the notification. I'm given to understand that they do not want to put this out at this somber hour. They wanted the funeral to take place because eventually the family, whose loss is the most. The family's loss is the most as far as Manmohan Singh is concerned. His three daughters would be inconsolable at this point in time. No matter if your parents are like 92, Pallavi, or even 100 years old or 500 years old, your parents are always going to be your parents. So obviously, keeping in sentiment with that, the government, we are given to understand, did not want to make a show about the entire matter. But since it started taking a political turn, that's when the government, I'm given to understand, very reluctantly put out that information through the Ministry of Home Affairs, essentially saying that yes, we have in fact spoken to Manmohan Singh's family. We have in fact conveyed our sentiments to Mallikarjun Kharge. We have told him that there was a notification, Pallavi, in 2013, which was passed during the cabinet led by Dr. Manmohan Singh himself, essentially saying that since there was a constraint of space in the national capital, it is only pertinent that one particular common spot should be there, and when of course the memorials of all the presidents, vice presidents, and of course the prime ministers to be made over there. And the BJP, in fact, following that, in fact, awarded a memorial to the late Atal Bihari Vajpayee, one of the tallest leaders in the BJP ranking at that very spot as well. But considering the request coming in from the family, considering that the request came in from the Congress top brass, the government was under consideration. But you understand that in the business of government, when you have to in fact pass any resolution or make any changes, there are a lot of procedures and processes which follow that as well. So that is something which the government has assured the family, assured the Congress leadership that this will be done, but they have to be given a couple of days, and that couldn't have been done overnight. And that's the reason they requested the family to peacefully go ahead with the
Funeral.
funeral. And I'm given to understand that Dr. Manmohan Singh's wife wanted the funeral and the memorial to be at the same place, but it was a very short time for that to be really done. And that's the reason, keeping in sentiments with the family. You've seen the top brass of the BJP also in attendance. Rajnath Singh, number two in the entire system in terms of the government, hierarchy. You've seen Amit Shah come there. You've seen the Prime Minister himself being present through the entire ceremony. That's something which tells you that, politics aside, sometimes, there are things which are beyond politics. There is respect which is beyond
Yes.
politics. And the
Payal,
reason
I'm
that
sorry to
the
interrupt you here. I'm just giving a quick update. I think slowly, all the VVIPs, the president, and all of them are leading. And the last pictures are coming in of, say, Rahul Gandhi with accompanying his wife, Gurcharan Kaur, and of course Sonia Gandhi, who's been there right from the beginning. Payal, let's just talk about the tribute which was paid by the Prime Minister. We heard those emotive words. You know, obviously there have been political differences between them, and 2014 was a very acrimonious election, but that's different. That's politics, right? But whatever the Prime Minister said in his tribute, Payal, also reflects that he genuinely did respect Dr. Manmohan Singh and valued his contributions.
Anybody who has understood how Indian politics has really worked cannot but respect Dr. Manmohan Singh purely for the economic acumen that he really had. He was an economist of par excellence. That's something which the Prime Minister has reflected in his tribute to Dr. Manmohan Singh. He also went on to say that he
Payal,
would
sorry,
in fact.
just to interrupt you for a second, the Prime Minister's cavalcade has also left. That was a quick update we wanted to give. Yes, go ahead, Payal.
Right. So, like I said, that the Prime Minister himself has been very respectful of Dr. Manmohan Singh, because whenever he would take oath, he would make a point, like Pallavi, you've been reporting that he would go and to seek blessings of Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Correct.
The kind of respect that Prime Minister Narendra Modi gave to Pranab Mukherjee, the late president, is also exemplary. His daughter speaks about it all the time on social media and otherwise as well. So obviously, some posts are over and beyond, the political, bickering as well. And it was this government that actually gave Pranab Mukherjee the Bharat Ratna, something which was due to him in a long, long time, for a party which is infamous for, in fact, giving, Bharat Ratna to their own former prime ministers during their own regime. For example, that is something which was, of course, denied to PV Narasimha Rao, something which the party has not been able to do, and that's the grievance of the family all along as well. But like I said, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that it was his government who, in fact, came forth and honored many stalwarts, honored many greats who did not ever get their recognition, did not ever get their due. And that's the reason Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is also being celebrated the way he really has been celebrated. Because Narendra Modi and the government over here in the center felt that there are many unspoken heroes who need to be given that due. And that's the reason one of the discussions, when we saw in the recent, in the parliament session where we discussed the constitution of the country celebrating 75 years, multiple members of the government came out and spoke about the contribution of 17 women who were instrumental in forming the constitution, and nobody gave them their due. Nobody even gave them their names out so far as well. So this has been the nature in which Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government has been functioning. There are long gone, Pallavi, are the days when people would actually have to lobby in political quarters to get Bharat Ratna, or probably get even Padma awards as well. The Prime Minister has opened up those Padma awards to the most unsung heroes who've actually done so much of work on ground in their respective field, but nobody really cared about what their contribution really was. And that's the reason People's Padma is now what the Padma Awards are called. So that's the kind of contribution that we've really seen. But once again, bringing it back to Dr. Manmohan Singh, the Prime Minister has had him in utmost regard. And in fact, last time around, when the Prime Minister spoke on the floor of the Rajya Sabha, when Dr. Manmohan Singh's term had come to an end in the Rajya Sabha, he had served in the Rajya Sabha for 33 long years. And look at his commitment. I remember in August 2023, when the no trust motion debate was going on and the voting was supposed to happen, Dr. Manmohan Singh came on a wheelchair to cast his vote. So that's the kind of contribution that Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke about. He came there to vote for the purpose of democracy and nothing more and nothing less as well. So, obviously, switch tributes coming in. But like I said, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has said that he has maintained the highest